Notes for Notes is a nonprofit organization. Our mission is to provide kids with free access to a recording studio, musical instruments, and a place for them to come explore and create music.
And it's welcoming anybody who wants to come in here and who loves music, you know? A lot of these people are not. They love to collaborate, they find new talent. It could be a classical piano player and I'll put him on a hip hop track just because I know he can play the keys, you know? And that's what it's about. That's all that I care about. I like to bring kids in here and try to bring out what they have inside and what they feel inside.
We offer free expression no matter what it is, whether it's a certain lyric or a certain song you want to do. For me, it's very important that the kids do exactly what they want to do. They're coming here on their own free will, so if they want to make a hip hop, we find a way to make that happen. If it's rock, if it's funk, whatever it may be. If they create something they're proud of, it's going to continue.
Joining Notes for Notes has just been the greatest experience of my life. It puts something in me that I feel like this is what I should go after, you know? This is what my dream is. This is what I've been thinking about since I was a little kid, and now I have the chance, you know? Not only do I have the chance, but they're paying me for it, so it's a dream come true in itself.
So we operate and we build these studios called MusicBoxes. They're packed with electric guitars, drums, keyboards, synthesizers, full studio, turntables, you name it. All the stuff that you're not traditionally going to get in the schools, but that you're going to give them to the kids, and it's going to really make an impact on them because it allows them to create the music they're listening to.
Like, you could have kids in there that would probably never meet, like maybe me and Rico, you know, and he came in and he was like, yeah, I play keys, and ever since then we built friendships in here too, you know?
It doesn't matter, rock song, R&B, you know, or people just come in just to learn, you know, just to see what they can find about themselves, about music.
It kept me off the streets, you know. I remember before, like, you know, I was falling towards that way, but look at me now, making music.
So at the end of the day, you know, music is, you know, it's a passion, it's an enjoyment, it's a fun activity, but it's creating, you know, that real sense of empowerment and focus in everyone.
Telling me like, oh, you know, you actually taught me something today. I guess it is true, you know, you do learn new things every day, so that was cool. And then like that whole day I felt good about myself. I'm like, yeah, you know, I did something.
It's a bond. It's all like a family. When you see each other, you know each other. It's not just like a guy's on the computer next to you, like a coffee shop or something, you know what I mean? It's like we're in here collaborating. I think that's the best part of it.
Well, I mean, the thing about this is really, it was Caesar's idea. I came back from vacation and he'd been busy in the studio just making tons of beats because this guy can sit down and make 10 beats in a week. And, you know, he came to me and, you know, I've kind of been looking for us to do a project that really encompassed a lot of people and really, you know, inspired more of the collaborative feeling, not just one or two at a time, but let's get a whole group together and see if we can do something.
The idea didn't spark until my friend Vince was in here one day and we were just having a session, just me and him.
If you listen closely, you can almost hear the music's, you know, spelling these words out. It's creating these words.
And it turns out he's like sitting back on his chair and he's like, hey, you hear that? I'm like, no. I'm like, what are you talking about? He's like, behind that snare. He's like, you have Rico in there? I'm like, no. I'm like, I didn't record Rico. He's like, I hear something. I'm like, okay. I'm like, what do you hear? He's like, it sounds like somebody's saying, like, mine.
Music is the whole reason why I exist. If it never was invented, then I guess that's it. Now tell them kids.
All of a sudden I start listening and it sounds like little voices in the back. And we're just like, what is that? I don't know if it was just the echo from the reverb, but he found it like just because he thought he heard that, you know? And then in the back he's like,
you end up taking kind of the solo activity, which sometimes songwriting can be, especially in hip hop. You end up making this really collaborative team experience for them. So, you know, you might, that's worthless, throw that away, or this is really good, let's build upon that, or yes, this is an idea, and let's carry that theme on. So it really allows for the collaborative process to explode in here.
I'm a true rapper, about to change the game. So remember me when they say my name. I got all the future rhymes all up in my head, and I'll be spitting these lyrics till the day that I'm dead.
Let the beat drop and I'ma make your mouth drop. I'm something amazing when I'm spitting heat rocks. Just lean and rock like you can't control yourself. I'm feeling the beat. Is it moving you?
Oh, I can play piano. Oh, you can play piano? Yeah. I can play guitar. Oh, that's tight. We'll get together and collaborate. Yeah, you know, and that's what's cool. It's just all magic.
Like I try to be creative about it and like, you know, think of like at the end of the song, what's it gonna sound like? What's it gonna be? Like, you know, what's gonna be where?
It's a sound these guys kind of came up with. It's done in mainstream hip hop, but like I said, I learned it from them, and they're the ones that kind of taken it on.
Well, you got to make the format down. You got to visualize it, where it's coming from. You're gonna say it's gonna be a hip hop beat. You have to lay the drum patterns down.
What to connect with? Like, is it like a life kind of beat? Is it like a love song? Is it a struggle song? Is it, you know, just like you know, I wake up in the morning like just feeling good, you know? Is it, what kind of song is it? When the beat's set and done, you go to writing, and then you know, grab a piece of paper, pencil.
Something about this music that I just can't get enough. Gotta have it in my system, bumping through my veins. It brings feelings that I just can't explain. My brain so sick when it comes to these bars. Insane how we coming so hard, so raw. Premature stars where we are, all because of my music.
Honestly, this is just something that just sparked in our heads. We're like, hey, let's do this, you know? Might as well get some kids on here, and I'll be excited. I mean, I'm happy to hear the outcome or whatever it is.
Bye.